All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, today was crazy. The Community Fest 2025 was today. Was really exciting. Got to meet a lot of fun people. Got to meet a lot of nice people. Had some, discussions. Wink, wink. It was big time. It was very cool. Now, there is a lot to discuss. There is also, I can give my thoughts. I had hands-on experience with the new battle system. We were free to talk about it at will. So I'll probably just save that for a separate video. Since we have the full details for the Part 2 LR, by the way, the Part 2 LR, we're anticipating on the 12th. So, I mean, I know it's cool that we see all these details and stuff like that, but keep in mind, he is still many days away, LR BROLY. Like, LR BROLY, he's not just dropping, tomorrow or the night after. Like, he's still a ways away here. All right, so, again, the Part 2 LR is LR Wrath BROLY. I had a pretty decent seat, right in front of it, right? So remember, what this was, essentially, as far as I understand, is kind of like a live producer's letter. Amatsu did mention that this was going to be a producer's letter that they were going to tweet out. Now, when that's going to be, I'm not super sure. Again, I think one of the reasons I can really say I'm not super sure is since BROLY is all the way on the 12th, right? So that is definitely something to keep in mind there. All right, so let's just keep going up. So we see that. We did see the full animations, and it is just Wrathful BROLY. By the way, I think that this is a great pick for an LR. Wrath BROLY has only ever had it was a banner unit. Remember, what happened was they dropped Gogeta, and then they also dropped, what's his name, right? Like, they had dropped the multiple characters. And it was, they had dropped the Gogeta, and they had dropped whatever. Anyway, it was Gogeta with 2 banner units, God Goku and God Vegeta, and it was BROLY with 2 banner units, BROLY and Paragus, and then the Wrathful BROLY. So now we actually finally get this LR BROLY, which is going to be good right there. All right. Now, the first couple of shots, I actually, wasn't really getting them in time. Minato was getting some stuff from someone else who was there, too. So here's BROLY's categories: Exploding Rage, Gifted Warriors, Movie Boss, Super Bosses, Pure Saiyan, Uncontrollable Power, Mission Execution, Rapid Growth, and Giant Ape Power. And then his leader skill is Exploding Rage, 4 key, 220% stats. So that is going to be the leader skill for a Carnival LR, right? So remember, BROLY, of course, is a Carnival LR here. They did also show some gameplay of BROLY, and I mean, he certainly did, to me, seem quite good. Just kind of like the way the gameplay looked. So we could take a look at his super attack effects right here. So he stacks attack and defense and does colossal damage to the enemy. So remember, the way this is, these should be 20% stacks, is what these should be in terms of BROLY stats. So every time BROLY supers, he's going to get a permanent 20% attack and defensive buff. That is going to be going up. I know. So there's that. So those stats, of course, are going to be good to have coming, right? So there's that. Then here is the boy's passive. So again, keep in mind, we already have established, actually, let me open this up like this. We already have established here that BROLY is a stacking character. You guys know what that means. There is that very tough event, Festival of Battles, which they go, oh, Festival of Battles, that ain't real. No one cares about that. But then they're dropping missions for it, and you know how it goes. You guys know how it goes. So we know that he's going to be good for that. So he activates his intro just when he shows up. He gets 4 key and 40% damage reduction for 1 turn, and then 3 key and 30% damage reduction for 3 turns. So his first turn, he shows up, he's got 70% damage reduction. Okay. And then on turn 3, he's going to have 30% damage reduction. And then after that, it looks like he's just going to be a guard and stack character, is what he's going to be. So basic effects, he gets 260% attack and defense, and then he has guarding. So again, remember, but basically on his third turn, he is going to just be guard and stacking. So it's, early on, he maybe could handle some defense, but I mean, let's take a look at what we got here. What else we got here? So then for every attack performed, he gets permanent 1 key up to 5 permanent key, 50% defense up to 400% defense, and then 20% crit up to 100%. Then for every attack received, now remember, for this one, he has to directly get hit for this. He gets 1 key up to 5, 40% attack up to 300%, and then a guaranteed additional attack that has a high chance to be a super up to 4 times. So, I mean, he's going to need to be hit here. I'm trying to think of, like, dodge on him, right? So, like, man, I would say when it comes to, like, the GDC content and stuff like that, just like for LR Golden Frieza, dodge likely is going to be the best bet for him when it comes specifically to his presence, again, in, like, GDC type content, right? Because I know, like, you can miss an attack proc or something like that, but all in all, it's definitely going to be, for the better. He's going to be able to do a lot of super attacks as well, which, think about him doing all these supers and he's stacking. But remember, when you think of him in Festival and you just go, he's going to be so crazy because he'll be stacking, a million times per turn. Remember, I mean, you put this kid in slot 1 and he's killing the boss, right? So that means any characters in slot 2 and slot 3 would not be stacking, which would be a huge issue. One of the main challenges of the Festival battles is balancing stacks amongst your characters, right? So this is where this guy gets really nutty. And this is where the Festival killer shit. For every super attack, the enemy launches at the characters. That's why they did that update right there. Yep, exactly. So BROLY can dodge for this, and this buffs him. So honestly, dodge is 100%, I think, definitely the way to go, seeing this right here. Because, I mean, this damage is cool and the additional supers and stuff like that. But in terms of defensive viability, like, yeah, I do think full dodge for him. Dodge, raw defense, raw attack. Those to me feel like going to be, I think, kind of the go-tos here. I think that's what we're looking for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Now, let's think about Festival for a minute here. This permanent 30% attack and defense every single time BROLY is supered. Think about running him in Festival. And it's just like every turn, he's going to be able to potentially get that buff. So it's like he's going to be so silly in there. It's going to be crazy. But sometimes, again, it's, actually that buff could be tough to get at points. Because remember, once this guy starts attacking, up until Festival phase 40 or something like that, he's going to just be one-shotting them. So even if the boss insta-supers, I mean, it's good, but BROLY's the only character that's going to be actually stacking on the team, so you do want to keep that in mind. Then we're receiving an unarmed super attack, a melee super. He has 70% chance to nullify it. Then he gets 260% attack for the nullification counter, and then counters it. So 70% chance to counter unarmed super attacks. I mean, that does look good. And then that is most of it, right? I think we just have the active skill. And then we are good to go here. So let's go and take a look at the active skill for BROLY. Whoops. I opened a new link. I want this. All right, so you can do this third turn from character's entry turn. Chat, that just means second turn. Like his second appearance, you'll be able to pop his active skill. And this is why, again, I think for GDC content, especially if we rock the boy with the dodge build, he really should be, I think, working quite good. Because we'll also have this, which massively reduces attack temporarily, ultimate damage the enemy, 60% defense, and then a scouter for the turn. So that's really good. Having that scouter on command is so it's so crazy, because like imagine it's turn 3, and we pop this, but then the fight doesn't look like it's going to end this turn or next turn. We use it, see the scouter, and then reset the app. Boom. And then we can just do it again the next turn. So this guy, you can scouter fish with this. Now remember, if you use this and it kills the boss, like it's done. You can't like scouter fish with it. But if you use this and, like the boss doesn't die. So like, I guess I'm referring to that in Festival. In Festival, you're not going to scouter fish with this until, you get very, very deep in. But, if we're fighting Goku Black and Zamasu, we can pop it, scouter fish, reset. Like, that is very strong. And again, at this point, scouter fishing, if this was something they did not want in the game, it wouldn't be in the game at this point, right? So it's not like I remember people were talking about Orange Piccolo's giant transformation, like taking away boss super attacks and stuff like that, and going, well, I'm not counting it because that's obviously like a bug or unintended. But if that was the case, it would have been fixed by now, right? So scouter fishing is like a real strategy. And certainly, I mean, you're turn 70 on the Festival. You don't want to take that chance. Hell no. So, all right, guys. Yeah, there's BROLY. Hard to say in terms of where I would think he is in the top 10. If I think about him versus, so like Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, and Gogeta and Golden Frieza, those characters, like they could be run in Festival, like they have a level of power that allows him to go in there, but are they like real killers in there? I would say no. This guy though is going to be a real killer in there in a major way. Major way. So, all right, guys. There is the LR BROLY. He looks like he's going to be good. And this is good because Wrath BROLY, this is a character. Actually, wait, do I still have it pulled up? His long ass passive, yeah. Wrath BROLY is a character who needed this too, by the way. Like this is not some character where it's like, whatever, this is our 50th version or something like that. This guy doesn't really get a ton of representation. And I mean, it's not just Dokkan. I mean, they've not used him in Legends very often. Iron, quick. How many Wrath BROLYs has there been? Like that, this form in Legends?
I think it's like 2.
Is he in Wrath in the Chile assist card?
No, it's just the free-to-play one, I think. And then there's that green one.
Yeah, the super OG red free-to-play Wrath BROLY.
And I think they did a green one that like has like green cards that like lets some combos.
And a green one. All right. Yeah, chat. So, like, Wrath BROLY, I think he's a good pick. Fighters had him, though. He was usable in base, in this form in Fighters. So, all right, guys, one there. Remember, probably still going to be a couple of days until, data download hit. And BROLY, again, I'm expecting on the 12th, but we'll see what it's going to be like. So, let me know what you guys think of Part 2 LR Wrath BROLY. He looks very good. I could see myself slotting LR BROLY as high as 5. I don't know if I'm going to like him better than like Rose or Omega or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Probably not better than the 4 GDC LRs, but like I could see this guy being 5 ahead of Golden Frieza and Gogeta and ahead of Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. I think is kind of where I'm thinking he's going to be. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.